Welcome back to Mike's Archery, and normally we're doing all of our bow reviews in the fall because we're used to all those fall openers when they start releasing bows in September, October, November, and that's when you usually see all this stuff from us. But this year's a little different. PSE chose to do a mid-year introduction here about May, so we just got our Evoke LT in from PSE, and we're going to pull this thing out and give you some of the specs off of it and check it out. The particular one we're going to take a look at is going to be 70-pound Evoke in Kuiu, and so these just came into the shop, and we'll give you our first impressions here, and then we're going to go take a few shots out of it, get it set up kind of with the basics so we can kind of get a feel for it. But right off the bat, let's take a look at the specs on this bow. They're IBO in this at 338 feet per second. Of course, got that Evolve cam system on it with your adjustable mod and draw stop on there, giving you the 90% let off. It will adjust 25 inches all the way out to 30 and a half, so quite a bit of draw range there for you to fit just about everybody. 6-inch brace height on this new bow, and 31 and a half inches axle to axle. So with that 31 and a half inches, it's a little shorter than the standard Evoke that you saw earlier in the year. Right off the bat, it is lighter, and they've lightened up this riser. They've thinned everything down on it, done away with the kind of the caged riser look to it, and gave the grip a little thinner and not as bulky a grip here coming out. So overall, really a good looking bow. I think we're going to be pretty well pleased. Now the price point on this bow is coming in quite a bit cheaper than a standard Evoke. This was going to be coming in at $6.99 retail. So this is going to be just a little smaller, lighter version of the standard Evoke with all the big boy feel and adjustability of the higher end bows. But overall, just taking a look at it right out of the box, I think we're going to be pleased. But we're going to get this thing set up, put a loop and a rest on it, kind of just the basics, maybe run it through the chronograph here in a few minutes and see what all it does. So stay with us here and we'll take a look at this bow and how it performs.
Alright, so we are going to take a couple different arrows out here and shoot them out of the new bow, the new mid-year introduction bows. We're going to shoot a couple different arrows. One, we're going to shoot here what I would consider a general hunting weight at 450 grains, and then we'll also be shooting what I would consider a little closer to IBO weight at 5 grains per pound out of these 70-pound bows. This would be 350 grains would be your minimum, so this arrow is going to come in at 366 grains. We're going to shoot both those over the chrono and see how these new bows perform for speed with those arrows.
So we're going to take a couple shots out of the PSE Evoke LT and see what kind of speeds. We're going to start with the heavier arrow at 450 grains, and we'll see what kind of speeds we get out of that one. So that one was 285. That's where we've been hovering, is right there in the mid to upper 280s with each arrow. So not too bad with a heavy hunting arrow. Alright, and now we're going to take a shot with the lighter arrow at 360 some grains. So we should get a much closer reading to what the bow can perform at. So yeah, that's where we've been hovering with each shot. 318 is what that arrow shot at, and that's where we've been hovering, is right there just under 320. So this bow's getting some great speeds out of it for the price at $6.99, but check that one out. So the PSE Evoke LT for 2019.